Well, you and I got tagged in this clip yesterday.
Yeah.
I already knew I was going to put it in the rundown, and then you said this has to be in the rundown. So you know what? We're going to put it in the rundown.
Let's go.
Andre Knott, who's the sideline reporter for the Guardians, was on ESPN Cleveland yesterday, and he was asked why he believes Chase Delauter hasn't been called up yet. Now, this was just Chase Delauter specific answer from Andre Knott. We'll talk about CJ Kayfus as well with this, but I'm going to let you guys listen to what Andre Knott said yesterday on ESPN Radio, and then we can react to what Andre Knott thinks the reasoning why the Guardians have yet to call up their top prospects. This is Andre Knott on ESPN Cleveland yesterday.
I am having people send me stats, grainy video, beautiful-looking video of Chase Delauter. Andre, they talk about Chase Delauter like they've been following Chase Delauter for the last 5 years, and I've had to say back to them, you just learned Chase Delauter's name last week, and now you're yelling and screaming about him on Twitter. Right. Can you explain, because the optics of it aren't great, that we've got a big hole in right field and we've got a guy raking in Columbus who we won't call up. Can you explain the situation?
I don't think the optics are bad. I think the optics aren't great to those that don't have patience. And look, I think everybody wants Chase Delauter here. Everybody. But no one has seen Chase Delauter play 3 months in a row as a pro. And like that's a part here. I'm looking at something right now. I'm looking at Triple-A batting averages. And look, I love Chase Delauter. I love his story. I can't wait to tell it. I've actually seen him play in person, unlike most people that talk crazy about him. He right now is hitting 312 at Columbus. I don't have how many at bats, but I can look in a minute. Remember Will Wilson when he was here?
Yeah.
He's hitting 323. Let me see. There was one, that guy Noel, John Kennedy.
The Christmas guy, right? Yeah, I know him. Yeah.
He's hitting 314. My point to this is just because those grainy videos continue, and I understand this is how we look. When they didn't call up Lindor back 15 years ago, I was clamoring for him to call him up. The one truth that we all know, no matter how much we want it, and I want Chase Delauter here tomorrow too. The one truth that we know is that 90% of players go back to the minors. They end up failing the first time they come to the majors. Whether it's Jose Ramirez, whether it's you name the guy. Lindor didn't go back. Shane Bieber didn't go back. But most players fail their first time they come to the big leagues. At some point, if Chase Delauter can stay healthy, he's going to be here this year. It's probably not going to be before the All-Star break, and I don't know that. I haven't been told anything. I haven't even asked. But I do know that there are a lot of people right now that are clamoring within the organization, can we find a way to keep him healthy? Can we find a way to keep him being able to play 4 or 5 days a week? That's the most important thing to them right now. I understand everybody worries about right now, but what are you helping if he comes up and plays 4 or 5 games and blows out again?
So that clip just drove me crazy for a variety of reasons. Not one of the things, in my opinion, that Andre Knott said is a legitimate reason to keep him in the minors. So, yes, so there are guys who first of all, I don't buy that the percentage is 90% of guys that get called up and sent down. It's certainly not 90%, Jason, amongst legitimate prospects. If you add in all these like journeyman relief pitchers that come up for 2 days, maybe it's 90%. I doubt even that is the case. But if you look at teams' top 10 prospects, say, there's no way that percentage is 90% that goes back down.
It's probably over 50.
I agreed. Yeah. It probably is over 50. But why? So based on that rationale, you should never call anybody up.
No, see, I actually go the other way with, and I consider Andre a friend. I love Andre. I would go the other way with it and say, okay, well, if you know he's going to struggle, great, get him up here.
Exactly.
Let him see what he needs to work on.
Exactly. Get it out of the way.
And then put it back down. So and if he's going to blow out, well, then let him blow out up here. Why are you going to let him blow out in Columbus?
Right.
So I get it. Like I totally get why they've been handling with kids' gloves because of the injuries and all that. But at the same time, if your end goal is trying to win games, get him up here and see if he can help you win games. If he was right-handed, he probably would have been here already. I think part of it is the glut of lefties that they have. He's left-handed. Manzardo's left-handed. Kayfus is left-handed. So there's just not enough room to fit all these guys, which I think is part of the problem. But I don't know what else he has to prove right now other than the ability to stay healthy, which if you're playing in Columbus or Cleveland, I don't know what the difference is on that.
Exactly.
So he's hot. He's playing well. Bring him up. And if he very well probably will wind up going back down. Bring him up now so he can get exposed a little bit, so he knows what he has to work on. Plus, it's June 26th. You have a month till the trade deadline. Bring him up now, or soon to now, should have been here by now as far as I'm concerned, so that you could see, hey, is he a piece that realistically can help us in a pennant race, or do we need to go get someone? Mm-hmm. You're not going to know that if you bring him up July 15th. I don't think. I don't think that's enough time. Just bring him up now.
Yeah.
Let him play, and if you do have to send him back down, which is entirely possible and probably very realistic, okay, fine. Then send him back down, and now you know maybe we need to look at the trade market. And he can go back to AAA, and he can work on the things he needs to work on. And if he gets hurt, that's part of the game, and that sucks.
The getting hurt part makes no sense. He could just as easily get hurt at Columbus as in Cleveland. I don't understand that take at all. I completely agree. Get him up here now, so if he does struggle. Yes, there's a chance he comes up here, goes 2 for 32 and stinks.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
But why not find out?
Jackson Holiday, top prospect in baseball, was horrendous. He struck out 18 times or 0 for 18
brutal.
with 50. So he figured it out what he needed to work on.
That's right.
They sent him back down. They brought him back up. He's one of the best young players in the game.
That's right. Like you said, though, when we were playing the clip, Stephen Kwan hit the ground running.
Yeah, Kwan.
You don't know who's going to. I've actually complained more about Kayfus not being up than I have even DeLauter, even though DeLauter's a bigger prospect. But Kayfus has been on fire the whole season. Now, his point about, there's other guys who have already failed here who are hitting well. Okay, that's fine, but they got their opportunity.
It's not just Cleveland. There's fan bases. Like, Boston was screaming for Roman Anthony and Marcelo.
But they're all up.
Kansas City was screaming for Jack Caglione.
He's up.
And now we'll see if
Same
they go
thing with
back
the guy
down.
the Reds drafted last year, the pitcher.
Burns.
What's his name? Chase Burns.
Chase Burns.
Most of these other teams have called up their top prospects. And those teams don't have the glaring holes. Maybe Boston did, but they called those guys up. Boston, the Guardians have, half the lineup is absolute trash. You can't tell me there's no room for these guys. Half the lineup can't hit.
Well, guess what? I looked outside and it looked like it's snowing.
No, don't. I will not.
I'm not interested in calling up the same guys over and over that can't do it.
It looked like it's snowing outside.
No.
That's just all I'm saying.
What's going to happen if DeLauter and Kayfus come up and they both stink? Okay. It happens. That's life. Their careers are not ruined.
Once you see that snow coming down, man, it's beginning to look a lot like
I got to say, and Andre does a good job, but throwing in the line, two things. First of all, to say it's not bad optics, the fan base is pissed. I've never seen, in the 14 years I'm covering this team, I have never seen the diehard Guardian fan base that thinks all other fans that don't love baseball are idiots. That crew of fans, they're pissed right now. A lot of that crew defends this front office all the time, defends ownership, defends the process.
Yeah.
That group is pissed because I'm friends with a lot of people in that group, and they're always, whenever I come, and obviously you and I both, are way more positive in general about the Guardians than we're negative.
You're not.
100%.
Oh, yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
100%. Because I think they do most things smart. But I have never seen the diehards, the baseball nerds, be more pissed at the organization right now. My friend Hans, shout out to Hans, who is the most diehard baseball fan. He doesn't give a crap about the Browns. He doesn't give a crap about the Cavs. He loves the Guardians. It's his everything. He's texting me nonstop. He's losing his mind about why they won't give any of these guys a chance. And for Andre to say, I've actually seen him in person. Okay, congratulations, Andre. Good for you. We can watch him on TV. It's okay. I don't need to. And listen, I understand the organization knows things about these players that we don't know, whatever it might be. He can't hit a curveball. He can't do this. I'm not watching Chase DeLauter and CJ Kayfus play on any kind of regular basis. But if a guy dominates for the whole year and you have nothing, they've got nothing at second, they've got nothing at right field, nothing at catcher, nothing at shortstop, nothing at center field.
Who's playing second right now?
They're just mixing guys around. Schneemann.
Oh, wow.
This
is where we are.
Bring me a guy who might be a great. you know what? Chase Delauter might suck when he comes up. He also might be the third best player on his team when he comes up.
What about Kayfus?
Same thing.
What about Big Christmas?
See,
No.
I think Kayfus is a little bit harder to fit just because of the position he plays. I think DeLauter is the one that should jump the line and be in the front of the line.
I would move on from
What does Kayfus
Santana
play?
and
First?
You know,
First.
why not? Here's what I would do if I were the Guardians with Kayfus. I would send David Fry to the minors.
I 100% agree with that.
I'd send David Fry to the minors.
He's a part-time DH who's not hitting.
That's right. I'd send David Fry to the minors.
And getting caught
I'd
stealing
call up
second.
Kayfus. I'd let Manzardo play first base every day and Kayfus DH every day for the next few weeks. If Fry gets if Kayfus is good and Fry's ready to come back, then I move on from Santana. If Kayfus stinks and Fry's ready to come back, then I bring back Fry. Whatever. You figure it out. But you could bring up Kayfus. If you're a Guardians fan and you heard this morning that they called up Kayfus and DeLauter, how excited are you? Whether it ends up panning out in the next few weeks or not, at least for the next couple of days, you're excited. Yeah. And the fans are not excited right now.
I agree with everything you said.
You can't worry
for
about
that
reason. I agree.
If you're Chris Antonetti, you can't worry about what the fans
Jason,
want.
no.
But
is there really a baseball reason
you.
not to call them up at this point?
No, that's why. Like and I understand DeLauter's been hurt so much that he doesn't have a ton of minor league experience. That's fine. That's fair. He's still, what is he, 23, 22, 23?
23.
He's not young, first of all.
No.
Like, you kind of just have to figure out what you've got. And I don't know right now what else he has to prove at AAA. It just feels like he's biding his time waiting. Yeah. And if Noel was tearing the cover off the ball in Cleveland, if Nolan Jones was hot, and which he has been better lately, but if Lane Thomas was playing well, like if you legitimately could say there's no spot for him, okay, I get it,
of course.
But it just doesn't feel like that's the case.
No.
Do you think that this franchise sticks with a player for too long?
It depends on the situation.
That's a tough question.
That's why I'm here. There
are guys that they have stuck with too long. Jake Bowers, they stuck with forever.
Right now, when you look
Will Brennan.
When you look at right now the guys that's up playing, is there anybody that you would say, all right, I've seen enough?
Jonathan Rodriguez. I saw enough before he got here. I'm good.
Here's the thing when I look at the Guardians, to me, and people could change your mind or prove you wrong. To me, Daniel Schneeman's a bench player on a good team. Mm-hmm. Right? Nolan Jones just doesn't look like a major leaguer at this point. At best, a bench player.
His numbers the last month have been pretty good.
So you've seen enough of Nolan Jones to know
I've always liked him, so I want to give him more chance. I'm saying you're right. He's been better.
What about Arias?
I'm done with Arias. I want to move on from Santana.
I'm kind of done with Arias too, but what's the alternative? Rocchio? You're right.
No.
I mean,
I guess you got a point there. Well, I thought we had all these middle infielders.
No, not anymore.
What about Martinez?
He's not really shortstop.
Just all guys.
No. I'm just saying, like, are you done with him?
He's never wowed me. I've never been wowed by Angel Martinez. Fine play, like he's fine, whatever. But like, is he a guy you're going to build your team around?
No. And by the way, you don't have to get rid of Nolan Jones to go to DeLauter. I mean, put Stephen Kwan in center field.
Well, they're not going to do that.
2 years.
They're not going to do that. I said that the other day. They're not going to do that in June and July. That's a spring training thing.
I don't know why it would have to.
I mean, Jones can play center. He's passable. He's not
all
a
right.
Gold
So
Glover.
play Jones in center.
I mean, personally, if you want to talk about a list of guys I'm good never seeing again, Will Brennan, Jonathan Rodriguez, and Lane Thomas are at the top of the list. Yeah. Will Wilson, I'm sure you're a very nice man.
Yeah.
You don't need to be on this baseball team.
Dang.
There's just
like DFA'd.
Fine.
Well,
I mean, Lane, you can't DFA. He's got.
Sheesh.
But I'm sure Rodriguez has options. You can option him down. You've already optioned him once, so he's already optioned this year. You can put Rodriguez back in the minors. But Lane Thomas, it is what it is. He's having a horrendous year. I don't think he'll be back next year. I don't know. He has no value.
No.
I don't know what he's going to get in free agency. Probably not
Nothing.
much.
Yeah.
Can Nolan hit left hand? I mean, look at that. How can I sit here and defend him to play every day against lefties when he's hitting 178? But his numbers the last month have been a little bit better. I'm sorry. I thought that was Nolan I was looking at. That's Lane.
I'll give you Nolan Jones if you want to see it. It's not a whole lot
it's not a whole lot better. But But I do still think that there's something more. Obviously, they like Nolan enough to bring him back.
Yeah.
But you're just trying to create spots for me, it's to get Chase up and see. Can he be the everyday right fielder?
Yeah.
I'm with you. Manzardo should be at first base every day.
I
Put
mean,
DeLauter
it's
in right
just
field.
crazy.
And if you have to send him back, fine. Then
Yeah.
send him back.
Right.
And continue
Let's
to
get it
recycle
going.
these
How has
guys.
Carlos Santana been hitting lately?
He's fine.
He's all right.
For where they're at, they need him. But I still think he's a trade candidate at the trade
If they
deadline
need him, why would you trade him?
to create opportunities for other
He's
guys.
a nothing.
But does
He's a
that
nothing.
not seem like that's punting on the season?
No, because you've got guys
How
that
is it not? He's actually productive.
I mean, a 703 OPS is
I'm
average.
not, okay.
It's very
slightly
average.
below average.
Compared to who all them other people you
That's
just
what-
showed.
that's what I said, yeah.
The whole lineup stinks besides 3 guys. I'll put Schneemann. He's been decent. 4 guys. I think there's only 4 guys. I think his 703 OPS is the 5th best on the team. That's pathetic.
I'll tell you right now, Jose leads the team, 893.
Yeah.
Quan second, 799. Manzardo third, 748. But what would you say is average, league average?
It's a 711. That's exactly average.
That is, okay.
Yeah.
Schneemann is at 742. And then Santana at 703. So
They have 4 players above average. And
3 above average, 1 very average.
no, Santana's
Santana was
5th.
4th. Oh, who was
Yeah,
who did I
Schneemann
miss?
was 4th at 740.
Jose, Schneemann.
Oh, Manzardo. Okay, you're
Manzardo,
right. You're right.
yeah.
So 4 above
So 4
average.
above. Santana just below average. Everybody else is in the 6s or below.
yeah, it goes to Arias at 657, Bonello
Terrible.
651,
Terrible.
Angel Martinez 630, Nolan
Really bad.
Jones 617, Lane Thomas 525.
They need a spark in their lineup. That's what I think. And
Aaron
one-
Judge's on base percentage is better than half
It's only
the
one
team's
man.
OPS.
It's only one man that could give a spark to your lineup.
Would you stop at that?
Who?
Who do you think?
Oh, my
Don't
God.
walk into his
Giant-
trap.
giant
He
kids.
keeps setting the trap, and
No
you
way.
keep walking into it.
Oscar Gonzalez, Franmil Reyes.
Hey,
Long list of.
I do have a little bit of good Guardians news to report.
What do you got?
This came out 2 minutes ago, but the Guardians have announced that Shane Bieber is going to throw a bullpen session tomorrow. So he could be over the
About
elbow
time. It's
soreness
been a while.
and getting back on track on his rehab.
I mean, he's not going to be back till
End of July.
August 1.
Yeah, end of July,
Earliest,
beginning of
yeah.
August. That's what I told you when this first started. He'd be end of July, early August.
All right, we'll see. Glad they paid him $20 million.
They paid him for October. Now we'll see if they can even get to October.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.